Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to show you the actual cost for $15,000 of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 66-year-old male. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com. We've got these quoters on every page. They're free. You just click on state and select the state that you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Click the coverage amount. Put your birthday, other information, go click quotes now. It's going to show you the best companies with the lowest rates in your state, and you will be an exceptionally smart and well-educated consumer. Now, also, you can call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456, and one of our agents or staff can help you understand your options as well. Now, the first thing you need to understand if you're a 66-year-old male looking at $15,000 is that an appropriate amount of insurance? Well, it depends what you wanted to do. So if you're going to be cremated and just come home in a cardboard box or an urn, that's going to be between $1,000 to $2,000. So $15,000 would be more than enough. If you are going to get cremated and have some sort of a ceremony, a remembrance or celebration of life ceremony, that's going to be between $3,500 to $4,500 right now. So $15,000 would be enough. But if you're looking at a brand new insurance policy, you probably don't need $15,000 total. If you're looking at one of the cremation options, if you're going to come home in a cardboard box or an urn, a lot of times between $5,000 to $7,000 is going to be fine. And then if you're looking at the remembrance ceremony, something like that, probably between $7,000 to $10,000, just depending on your budget. Now, keep in mind, if your budget's tight and all you can afford is a smaller amount of money, or a smaller amount of coverage, go ahead and get that right now, because you can always add more coverage later. So kind of the most important thing about insurance is have it when you need it. So don't worry about getting a little less than you'd prefer to have. We can always help you add more coverage later. Now, if you're looking at a burial, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. So if you walk into a funeral home with a check for $10,000, chances are they're going to get it done. We can't imagine they wouldn't in most parts of the country. And, why would they let that check walk down the street to one of their competitors who would take it? So just understand, a $10,000 funeral right now is not very fancy at all. It's going to be very meager, but they should be able to get something done for you. But, looking at $15,000 like we're talking about in this video, that kind of just takes care of a whole bunch of that stuff. So $15,000 is certainly enough, but at age 66, you're probably hoping to make it to age 76 and maybe even age 86. In which case, as time goes on, inflation makes prices go up. So a lot of times we would help a 66-year-old with maybe $10,000, $15,000, maybe even $20,000, just depending on the budget. We don't recommend people overinsure to give money to family members, just because most people that we help anyway are on fixed or limited incomes, and the money's kind of tight. So we really recommend just getting this insurance to do exactly what it's supposed to be for, kind of final expenses, and don't try to leave a lot of money behind. That would just save you quite a bit of money in the long term. Now, one thing we do recommend is getting first day coverage or benefits. That's the only thing we help people with here at Funeral Funds of America. We do not recommend 2-year waiting period policies. I'll get into that into a moment. But first day coverage is really important. What that means is if you got your policy today and you died tomorrow, the insurance company would pay out. It's the best coverage out there. It's going to have the lowest pricing. Now, a lot of people would say, well, yeah, I want first day coverage, but I know it asks health questions and I'm not in the best of health. And to that we say, hey, that's our problem, not your problem. So just let us figure out how to handle that. We work with enough different insurance companies. They all have different underwriting and different health questions. And we've got right around 95% approval rate for first day coverage or benefits. So let us help you with that. Now, the only reason you wouldn't qualify for first day coverage is if you had some really significant health or medical issues. And that would be like, say you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months. Or dementia, or you're on dialysis or in a hospital or in a nursing home. If that were the case, we would probably refer you out to a different insurance company. Now, the other thing too is it seems like every week we get a phone call from somebody that says, hey, we had a death in the family and they didn't have insurance. We don't have any money. The body's down at the funeral home. The funeral director won't do anything till they get a check. So we need to get this insurance really quick so we can get a check to the funeral home director so they can get everything taken care of. And we have to tell these people that unfortunately, there's no company out there in the United States that offers insurance plans like this for somebody who's already died. You actually have to be alive to qualify for one of these plans. And it's just absolutely terrible that the person who died didn't care enough about those that were left behind to get this well in advance of them passing away. Now they've just left this huge financial burden behind, but also a huge emotional burden as people try to figure out how to pay for this and all the angst and grief that's causing. So don't be that person. That's just a terrible person to be. And that's a terrible way for people to have to remember you for the rest of their lives. So don't be that person. Now, as I mentioned, we don't recommend 2-year waiting period policies. And Colonial Penn is probably a fairly well-known one out there. Their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period. And they're not the only one out there. There's Mutual of Omaha with their United of Omaha line, AIG, Gerber, and there's other companies out there too that the only thing they sell is 2-year waiting period plans. And some of those companies out there have done a pretty great job of convincing the American public that the only thing they will qualify if they're over age 50 is a plan with a 2-year waiting period policy. And nothing could be further from the truth. To that, we just say, ha, 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 you're so wrong, because we actually help people with first day coverage all day long. So don't believe a lot of those marketers out there. They will steer you wrong. Now, let's take a look at the pricing on this Colonial Penn, because a lot of 66-year-old men would say, geez, I watched that commercial and it seems so amazing. And for $9.95, I should be able to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000. To which we say, ho, 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 nothing could be further from the truth. And then they get on, Colonial Penn's website like we are, or talk with a Colonial Penn agent, age 66, $9.95. One unit only pays $846. That is not even enough for cremation almost anywhere in the United States. And even if it was, the policy is not going to pay out for 2 years if you die of a health or medical reason. And we all know that, that money is going to be worth less in 2 years due to inflation. So why would you ever get a policy like that when it's not going to do the good that you need it to do? So let's actually see. The challenge with Colonial Penn is they only offer 15 units max of coverage. And as you get older, it's very difficult to get higher amounts of insurance. So let's see what they will even offer. So max out at 15 units, that's going to be a maximum of $12,690. So not even $15,000, but it's $150 a month. Now, is that a good deal? Let's find out. Let's go look at some first day coverage here. So we're going to change this to $15,000. Male, age 66. Get quotes now. And again, this is around $12,500 for $149. We can actually get $15,000 for $83. So you get actually $15,000 worth of first day coverage, level coverage, for $83 versus $12,690 for $150. And they will allow you the privilege of overpaying for this policy for the rest of your life, and they won't pay in the first 2 years if it's a health or medical related cause of death. So the Colonial Penn plan here, again, this is not even $15,000, but it's their $12,690 versus $15,000 is right around $70 a month. So that's on an annual basis, that's $840 more a year. And if you live another 10 years up to age 76, you're going to overpay right around $8,400 on a $15,000 policy. You'll overpay that much by going with the Colonial Penn plan. That's almost, it's generally like around 200% more expensive than a first day coverage plan. So why would you do that? Why would you waste that money? We prefer you get a better plan, get first day coverage, and save that money and spend it on yourself or your family and create those memories while you're alive. And you'll also be creating lifetime memories for your family. So let's look at some other pricing here. is we just go up. Some of them are $10 more a month, but that adds up. $10 more a month is $120 a year. After 10 years, that's $1,200. It adds up, $1,200. I'd take that money. So, like Lincoln Heritage here, they're a good company, I guess. Their price is higher, but it is first day coverage. Now, the thing that Lincoln Heritage has is they've got a deal where when you pass away, they'll phone 2 or 3 different funeral homes to like get you the best deal. They might do a couple other things, but they're going to charge a higher premium for that. And so that's $108. And we go back up here and we're 83. So that is roughly $30 more a month, just round numbers, right around $30 more a month. So for Lincoln Heritage, you pay an extra $360 a year, $360 a year. And if you live an extra 10 years, that's going to be an extra $3,600. Now think about this. Is it worth paying an insurance company $3,600 to make 2 or 3 phone calls and maybe do a couple other things that might take an hour or so to do, however long it takes? But that's a lot of money. So we recommend you don't overspend on this insurance. Actually, what we do is we'll help you out here. We provide a free funeral and estate planning guide. You fill that out in advance. Who gets what goes where, what do you want done, burial, cremation, kind of any special arrangements you want done. You just fill that out. Keep it with your insurance policy. That way, when you pass away, your family not only has the financial protection, which is the insurance, but they've got the emotional protection, which is your planning guide, so that they don't even have to think about anything. They just go and execute your wishes. And what a nice way to just provide them peace of mind that they're doing everything per your wishes and they don't have to worry about it. And you save a lot of money. Again, spend that extra money on yourself or your family. Don't give it to an insurance company. So you'll be able to see all the different pricing here from all the different companies on the quoter that we provide you. So go to funeralfunds.com. We've got a special quoter for our YouTube viewers, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and you can get all the best discounts and savings in the state that you live in there. So you can also call us our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. And whether you've got an existing policy, you want to price shop it, or maybe add some coverage, we can help you out with that. If you want to just get some brand new coverage, we can help you out with that. If you just have some questions or need some help or general information, just reach out to us. We'd love to help you out with that. And we look forward to that day that we actually get to meet with you and talk with you. Until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.